What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something that I've been wanting to do for so long, and that is we're going to be starting the Cassandra Clare universe. I did my research, I picked the best method to start the Shadowhunters Chronicles, and it's recommended by Cassandra Clare herself. I'll put the method right here beside me. I'm going to be starting with the Mortal Instruments series, books 1 through 3. So without further ado, let's get to reading. What's up guys? So I have officially made it to part 2 of this book. I am a little bit into the second part. I'm 51% in, and I just want to give you guys a little update on how I'm feeling about this book and the content in it. This is my first ever Cassandra Clare book. This is the first book in the Mortal Instruments series. There are 6 books in this series. I rented this one from the library because I did not want to buy it yet. I wanted to make sure that I liked the series before I went to go purchase it. And right now, I'm not gonna lie, part 1 lasted how many pages? Part 1 was like a hefty amount. It was like maybe 180 pages or so. It was really hard to get into, honestly. I think because this is meant for teenagers and like young adults and high school age kids, it was kind of hard for me to get into. I felt the adolescence come through in the writing. I just wasn't really intrigued. I wasn't really into the storyline, but somewhat into part 2. I'm kind of getting into it. I'm kind of more interested in what's happening. If you ask me in part 1 what I think, I would have been like, if I were to stop reading right now, I would literally never think of this series ever again. Like, I would not care. Right now, I'm kind of getting more into it. I literally got the next 2 books. Like, I'll show you. I got City of Ashes and I got City of Glass as well with the first book because I was like, oh, I'm gonna fly through these. Like, they're fantasy, they're YA fantasy. I'm gonna love them, whatever. I'm not totally in love with the story yet. I guess I'm kind of getting more into it, but hopefully by the time I finish this book, because I do plan on finishing this book, I like it and I'm interested and I want to continue the series, because it's going to be such a disappointment if I don't want to finish or read at all these 2 books. We'll see. That's my update. I'm going to keep reading now. What's up guys? So it's been quite a few days. I have indeed finished City of Ashes. Honestly, I liked this book a little bit better than City of Bones. I kind of started getting into the storyline a little bit more in this story, but unfortunately, that definitely fell flat in City of Glass. I'm currently a little over halfway of City of Glass. The first 200 pages of City of Glass have been going really dull or really boring. Like, I haven't been interested at all in the storyline and what's going on. It kind of just feels like a bunch of world building the entire first 3 books. A lot of action, but not a lot of achievement. Like, nothing really is actually happening. It's just a lot happening to the characters, but not to further the plot. There's good guys and then there's bad guys, and then the bad guys are retaliating against the good guys, and there's no real resolution. Like, there's nothing really being done to get rid of the bad guys or whatever. So it's just like, I don't know. Also, there's a lot of weird content in this series. As of right now, maybe it's because I'm not in high school and this is like meant for high school students. I don't get why it's so popular, but maybe the rest of Cassandra Clare's universe is really good because I'm pretty sure they all tie together. But just wanted to update you guys. I'm gonna go finish this book now, and then I will let you know my full-fledged ratings and reviews once I finish this book of all 3 books. guys, the time has finally come. I have finished City of Glass, the third book in the Mortal Instruments series. So let's talk about what I thought about all these books. In terms of the first one, it's really not what I expected at all, the Mortal Instruments series to be like. I didn't expect it to be so, I don't know, heavy. I feel like the content of these books were very dark and very heavy. They didn't make me feel dark and heavy, but it was just like interesting to read about all this and know that adolescents, like teenagers, are reading all these books, and I can see the allure. I can see why people like them. I would not want a 13-year-old reading these books like that. They're crazy. The first book I rated a low 3 stars, just 3 stars, but it wasn't what I was expecting. I wasn't as interested in it. I wasn't captivated. It was kind of just like, I'm reading this because it's popular and I want to see if I can get into it. It was okay. This was just a solid okay book. City of Ashes was kind of like a mid 3-star book. I kind of started getting more interested in the series in this specific book. I thought that the plot was developing a little bit more, but still I wasn't getting the fantastical feeling, the fantastical elements that really make me super interested and captivated in a series. I wasn't attached to literally any of the characters at this point. So this was just a mid 3-star. And then City of Glass, the first 200 pages of this book, I literally could not care less about. I barely got through this book. Like, it took me so unbelievably long to get through this book. I didn't care. I didn't care about the characters until maybe the midpoint. I was like, wow, this book is pretty awful. But then it started to pick up a little bit. Towards past the midpoint, I started to get actually interested because it seemed like the plot was actually going somewhere. And I feel like for these 3 books, it was just straight up world building the entire time. And within the last 250 pages of this one, the plot was resolved. There was something that was actually happening and getting accomplished for the first time. So I actually did enjoy this ending a lot more than these 2 books combined. I wouldn't say I'm entirely attached to the characters, but I'm definitely more interested than I was previously. And I rated this book a high 3 stars. Like, definitely not a 3.75, but it was just a good solid 3-star. So this is definitely a 3-star series for me. I know that there's 3 additional books in the Mortal Instruments series. I think for right now, I'm gonna put a pause on reading this because I was not interested and I feel like I just need a break from this world to read other books, and then maybe I'll get back into it. But that's essentially what I think about the first 3 books of the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. I read City of Bones, City of Ashes, and City of Glass. I'm honestly glad I read them in the sense that I'm trying out new things and I'm reading books that other people really enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading vlog. If you guys have read this series or any of Cassandra Clare's books, let me know which ones are your favorite. I would love to chat about them, and I'll see you guys next Saturday in the next video. God bless you guys and peace.